Heat, clearly the big story this week, and it can have a really big impact, not just on you and me, but on our city. So all this week, we are bringing you stories about the heat and ways that we can help improve it. One of the most valuable ways that we can fight extreme heat is green spaces. And you may not know this, but sometimes you have to look up to see them. I got to spend an evening at the Connect Apartments in Midtown on their 7,600 square foot green roof. You may not know it, but some of the most valuable green spaces in downtown Nashville are actually above your head. A green roof is probably what you guessed. It is a roof covered in vegetation and water retention systems that help capture rainfall, reduce mitigation, and most importantly, decrease heat. That's because on a typical summer afternoon, a conventional rooftop can be as hot as 150 degrees. But a green roof, like this one, can be upwards of 30 to 40 degrees cooler. It's not just that. These plants help to actively cool the air through a process called evapotranspiration. It's how plants and soil evaporate moisture into the air, which has a profound cooling effect. On Monday, I explained how cities like Nashville, these urban heat islands, can experience temperatures upwards of 15 to 20 degrees hotter than outlying areas. But green roofs like this do a whole lot to reduce that heat. The problem is most of the roofs here in Nashville aren't green. The high-rises, asphalt, concrete that make up most of downtown, they act like urban heat canyons, trapping heat, blocking natural wind flow, which leads to localized hot pockets in certain neighborhoods. Temperatures in these hot pockets can be even more extreme. And there are certain areas that have experienced significant disasters, like the 2010 flood, the March 3rd tornadoes, even the Christmas Day bombing. Those areas are at an even greater risk for becoming one of these hot pockets because those disasters destroyed so many mature trees and natural vegetation. The heat mapping project that's going to take place next month will help identify those neighborhoods at greatest risk for extreme heat so they can target mitigation strategies like green roofs to help reduce the impact of heat. And while heat is the #1 weather killer in the U.S., flooding is a close second. Tomorrow night, Heather Mathis is going to take a close look at how increasing heat can cause an increase in our flood risk as well. Clearly, this has really big impacts for our city, not just for the heat that we experience, but some of the flood risks that we experience as well. So Heather's going to take a close look at that tomorrow night. And on Friday, we're going to take a close look at some of the projects that are already underway to help reduce heat and what you can do to get involved.